So, it has been a few days. So I said I was going to do data story quest in my title, but yeah, that didn't end up happening, mainly for the reason of one, the event came out, the Wimbledon came out today, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I guess I'll take care of that so I can start clearing out some of the event stuff for that, I suppose. Besides that, um, I also wanted to hop back to Starro one last time because I'm going on spring break, and because you can't transfer accounts within the same platform, I will no longer be able to play for presumably the rest of the beta, assuming it ends within the next week. I actually don't know when it'll end, but you know, I'm assuming so. Which kind of sucks because a new event came out today, and you know, this seems like a time-gated one, as in you're losing out if you don't play every day, which kind of blows, but eh. So yeah, I'm just gonna go quick recap over just everything this big account has. Not that it's really gonna take too long, and I also want to see if I can get my 5-star in the standard banner, because I am about to hit soft pity. So you know, hope I get within the soft pity. If not, I guess I won't get my third 5-star, wherein it's a light hunter character, because I keep forgetting the standard warp has I'm blanking, has light cones, which ain't too bad, but you know, definitely not great. Not much of a reason to really burn the stamina, but might as well just spend it on something, so I'll just burn it on sword. Nice. And I guess also why go over my what my account has. I'll also probably discuss on what investment probably should feel like, at least from my perspective, if things don't really change too much into the live game. I mean, like, of course, some of it depends on luck, just on what characters you get, but based off of the characters that you are given, I'm kind of glad that a lot of the free-to-play characters, you're going to be sticking with them for a good while, and they're actually pretty good. At least in my opinion. So, you know. Yeah, that's good to know. I don't know what else I can really talk about. I think I already mentioned it during the last stream, but I guess I'll talk about it again. For the spring break, this coming weekend I'm gonna be just spending the time with family and friends, presumably, so I won't be on during the weekend, plus I need to finish up homework. Because yes, I still have homework due right before spring break, which kind of blows, but that's how it is. And then during the spring break, I don't know how much time I'll be investing into streaming, because while I do technically have a lot more free time, I don't want to spend every waking hour streaming, because it's probably not exactly gonna be healthy for me, because I do want to catch up on rest, because my body has been taking its toll over the past few weeks. So if I do end up streaming like crazy, I'll have an afternoon stream and a nighttime stream, but I do want to spend some time catching up with friends, so nighttime streams will become less prevalent, and daytime streams will come back for a little bit. So like I said, there will be some Genshin streams for Data Story quests and presumably the rest of Windbloom Festival. I believe Honkai will probably start releasing Chapter 35 acts soon for Global, so there will be some of those possibly. I still have not touched the major event for the patch, so who knows, I might stream it. I don't know if it's time gated, to be perfectly honest, it probably is time gated to some degree, so who knows. If I have some spare time where I don't really have anything to play, I guess I'll stream it for a bit. Probably not, actually. No, let me not put too much on my docket. So yeah, Genshin events, Chapter 35 for Honkai, and then I have just downloaded Octopath on my laptop, so I should be fine to play that. I don't know how far I'll get, but I presumably want to at least finish chapter 1 for all the 8 travelers, and who knows if we get to chapter 2s, but we'll see. But yeah, in terms of streaming stuff for Octopath, my main goal is just to cover all the chapters, and I heard that there's like, not really collab, but there's like cross paths or whatever, where like there's stories between the travelers. So I'll probably show those off also, if I can manage to track them reasonably. I know there's like super bosses slash secret bosses and whatever. I will try to ideally be prepared for that, because I really do not want to do that much off-stream grinding, so hopefully by the time I finish all the story stuff, I'll be reasonably strong enough to just do it right after. Well, albeit with some story quests or whatever, if they're locked behind, stuff like that, like they are in Octopath 1. Because I've never played Octopath 1, but I've watched a fair amount of it. I have been playing COTC, the mobile game prequel. But of course those systems are different, things have changed since then, so yeah, I'll be in for a ride. But yeah, that'll be a slow grind. Like I said, I don't expect to finish it until maybe close to the end of the semester, maybe even past that, because, you know, it's my final semester. I gotta make sure I get my stuff together. So, yeah. And then hopefully Starfield will release by the presumed time that everyone's been speculating, according to the stuff that's been showed off on I wouldn't really call it data mining. I would just call it like a mistake on the Play Store or whatever, or Apple Store. But yeah. Alright, now that we're done with that, burned all the stamina, we can now showcase what we have for our account. Okay, so Trailblaze level 46. I used up all the what's the stamina name? The Trailblaze power, right? Trailblaze power, all the pots that I've gotten from just missions, quests, leveling up. Let me just go to the Astro Express just so we have a nice chill place to look. So yeah, Trailblaze level 46, Equilibrium level 3. Yeah, I want to talk about this for a bit in terms of what I've been grinding. So I have not unlocked the final tier of grinding. I believe that's at Trailblaze level 50, aka Equilibrium level 4. So in terms of grinding, while you do have access to gold level relics, they are not guaranteed. So you could start farming early like I am, or you can just prep the other materials, such as the boss mats. The boss mats, there are no tiers to it, so you can stock up on much of these. You just won't get as many drops, presumably, because there's another tier to it, so it might not be as efficient, but it's something to farm in the meantime if you don't want to farm up relics right away. You could stick with the 4-star relics and just give them some levels, and you'll be okay with it, to be honest. The trace materials. This is for your character's talent tree and their light cones. There is one more tier above this. You can call this kind of like the talent books of Star Rail. But they also double as weapon mats, aka for light cones. So you can start farming these also, but there is one more tier above it. So if you want to, I don't know how good the drop chance is, so if you want to wait on that, you could. But you can also pre-farm some of these, which might not be too bad. But I think the highest priority is going to be your light cone and character XP. Of course, you want to farm the mats for your bosses and your light cones to at least ascend them, but characters and light cones do take a ton of EXP. So like this might be enough for like 2 characters from like 50 to 60. So yeah. At Trailblaze at Equilibrium level 3, you get the highest tier, the purple ones, but there is still one more tier above it, so I think that just means more efficiency, but I think farming these are probably the most worthwhile while you're getting closer to your next Equilibrium level, and then farm a little bit of these and these, or well, a little bit of these for the characters you're gonna use right away. Presumably the ones that that help you with your farming, you know. And then your boss mats, you could pre-farm that beforehand. Just maybe not as efficiently, but just so you can ascend the people you want. Okay, now that that's done, inventory, kind of, none of this is really important. It's just stuff you farm. Apparently you can craft these. Oh, I haven't really looked at these required. Okay, you could use the weekly boss fights to farm these. I guess down the road, it's not too bad. Well, these other things don't really matter. I have been getting some gold ones because I have been farming a little bit of it just for like the past few days. Not that really matters. Nothing really important with the relics. I don't think I need to show off anything. I already talked about the cake, exact same as Genshin. Bought the stuff because the monthly reset happened, changed over to March. I did pick up the Hunt 5-star from Simulated Universe. That was a while ago, so you probably already know this. And then just all the ones picked up over through the warp system and or from just free to play stuff. Recommendation, while some of these do have good passive abilities, I guess, I don't think you should go any higher than 40 just because the stats just don't compare well enough. Like if you compare, well, this is probably not a fair comparison because it's 20 levels above, but the stats between, let's say this level 40 and 30, this one already has a lot more defense, and it's going to probably have more HP, and already has more attack at level 30 out of 40, so try not to overly invest into the free stars. Of course, there are going to be some uses where the free stars are pretty good. So, but for now, I think just don't level them up too much. Lucent Halls, I haven't touched this in a while, but I haven't really tried getting past 14 just because the lack of a healer on my second team, other team dies before that. So, you know. I don't think any of this really matters too much. Or I'll pick up this one just because Natasha's my only healer. Superimpose this. Wow. Granting the team energy is pretty good. Alright, so now besides that, I might go through try and Lucent Halls again in case I need extra currency to try and get that last 5-star, but that's probably not happening. Alright, characters. We got Himiko off the discounted starter banner, and we lost the 50-50 on Seely's banner to Yanqing, but Yanqing has done good service, so, you know, cool. In terms of the other characters, March and Danheng were always free. Natasha you get free for the Jiraiya storyline. Sora was also a free character just from the mail, but we hit the pre-registration reward, so we will get her as a free character, which is good because well, I can't really say there's a lack of lightning characters because there's actually a fair amount of them, but she does good. She will be useful. Of course, her damage. Well, obviously because her class is or her path's the erudition, it's not really expected for her to do good single target damage, but there are scenarios where she would be good against the robots. Kofkov's Svarog, Simulated Universe World 4. Obviously if you have a Trailblaze MC, we got, oh yeah, I already talking Himiko. Himiko's good. I stopped using her for a little bit, but she came back pretty strong when I need her for boss farming, the weekly bosses, because heads up, both weekly bosses or the first 2 weekly bosses, they're both weak to fire. Himiko is really nice for this. She's also good against Cocolia for Simulated Universe World 6. God bless. Asta, you get her for free. She's basically the Noelle in terms of she'll be the guaranteed 4-star when you go for tutorial. I stopped using her for a bit, but she came back towards the end of the Drilo storyline where I need her for, or I chose to use her for the final boss fight for that, as well as for clearing any content that requires fire, because she's really good at shield breaking. And just having her speed up is very good for turn manipulation to get those extra hits in for clutch scenarios. Murder was good for farming in the beginning and was a decent ice character, but she fell off damage-wise pretty hard, and she only has a few use case scenarios for farming, at least for me. So I ended up farming her anyways, just because I still found some use for her and I didn't really know what else to farm, but maybe not overly invest too much into her for now. Dangheng, really strong. I think there's a few bosses that are weak to wind, and there aren't too many wind characters that DPS out right now, outside of Sampo. So he would definitely be a unit you want to invest into. Plus he can slow enemies by chance with his E or his skill ability, so he's good. Tingyun, in a game like the turn-based game like this, where buffing is and debuffing is a really strong attribute, Tingyun would be really good down the line. As of right now, survivability takes much of our priority, so I haven't overly invested into her. Xingqiu, you want to invest into her to a certain degree just because there's a severe lack of quantum characters. Besides her, there's Sealy, but Sealy's a gacha character, so unless you win that 50-50 early, she'll have to be your cover. She does good damage only when you get her 4 Mahjong tiles out, so other than that, she feels really weak at times, so it's a bit rough, but if you need your grounds covered, she'll be good enough. I did level up Hook for the Cocolia fight, but I think Asta just ended up doing better because easier to do AoE. She gives that attack team buff and speed stuff, but Hook herself isn't too bad. Sampo, Pella, and Arlen I never use, but in some scenarios I can understand where you want to use them. Sampo can probably be pretty decent in World 5 against Kafka, because I believe that is when you start unlocking the Nihility buffs, which is completely dot based, and as Sampo, who's also on the path of Nihility, he does a bunch of dot damage, so he can be pretty good himself. I don't actually know what else his stuff does, but and increases dot damage taken. He can be pretty good, but I haven't really done any testing for him, so apologies. Pella removes enemy buffs, I believe, and also debuffs the enemy with her ultimate. Really strong stuff right now. She can also increase speed, so she get more turns in. I really wish I put more use to Pella, considering I have Constellation 5 basically. So she probably is a real powerhouse, and I just chose not to invest in her. Maybe down the line I would have, had I had more time. Arlen Destruction. A part of me was thinking about investing in him just because I wanted more of that single target damage rather than Serval. But the main reason I didn't is just because he consumes HP, and like I said, survivability can be really rough sometimes, and I just didn't want to risk him dying. But to be honest, he's probably good. Of course, there's other characters I don't have right now. I don't know if I can check off the top of my head, but let's see, Sealy, super good turn manipulation on her own from killing enemies, super strong single target damage. Jingyuan come out, he's like the ideal balance between Serval and Arlen. Like, I think he's erudition also, but his main difference between Serval is just that his single target damage is also pretty good just because he has the Lightning Lord that could get extra hits in. So, you know, just stupidly strong. He's pretty good. No complaints if I get him either. But like I said, not like I said, but currency in this game seems a bit, I wouldn't say low, but it seems a bit slow. So it might be hard to go for every single character, so you might have to go for every other. And if that's the case, I would choose Celia over Jingyuan just because of options and because waifu status. Plus I want to save for Luocha whenever he comes out, because I like Otto's character, even though he's not Otto, but you know what I mean. And besides that, Su Shang, really strong solo target physical damage. There were scenarios where single target or physical damage was needed, but I also want to use Fire MC because Fire MC is super strong. So if I ever get Su Shang, you know, she'll cover the MC's role as the physical damage if that ever came the case. So I think that covers the characters outside of just the other standard ones that I just never covered. So after thinking about all the characters, I can safely say that all the 5-star characters on the standard banner have some use and are good for various scenarios. But if there were characters that I would rank on who I would want first, Walt and Bronya would be first. I would, as much as I love Bronya, I would probably choose Walt first just because of just imaginary being such a limited element. Walt just covers so many things. Like he has good shield breaking capabilities with his multi-hit, his ability to imprison enemies, to disable their skills, I believe, and also to just slow enemies for turn manipulation, which is another strong suit. So that's phenomenal. Um, Bronya's good just because buffing and turn manipulation also, that's pretty straightforward. And then afterwards, everyone else is kind of a toss-up. Like I said, Himiko's good, but I feel like AoV characters, I wouldn't really say fall off, but a lot of the current content is just boss killing. And if they can kill bosses very fast with their single target damage, they can eliminate mobs even easierly with single target damage. So Himiko's kind of okay. Gepard's super strong shield. I forgot what his skill does, but I don't know if it's like a taunt or some sort when he hits enemy, or he slows them when he hits them. But super strong shield. But to be honest, March does perfectly fine. Clara counterattack gets a lot of damage in, so it's not bad, but I'm pretty sure when her passive ability to get targeted more often doesn't really exactly come good into play when enemies start having AoE attacks, but still good nevertheless. Yanchen good single target ice damage, but he doesn't really do much else, just single target ice damage, not too much utility. I believe he can freeze, but I think March probably does a better job. I don't know if there's like, well, I guess if you did build effect hit chance, then not really too much difference. And then Bailu. Now everyone's been comparing Bailu to Chi-Chi of Genshin, but it's mainly the main comparison between the two is just they both heal. But in terms of how the game is structured currently, Bailu is actually a very good unit. She has AoE healing, which Natasha. One reason Bailu is good is just there's a lack of healers right now. Natasha skill only single target. Bailu's has the potential to hit multiple allies and give max HP increase. I don't know if that's a talent of some sort. Probably guessing it is. And not to mention, I believe she gives Invigorate as a stats effect, which is if your ally gets hit, they regen some HP off that. So that's good. Plus she has a Revive, which is good in case you underestimate enemy scaling on damage. So it's a good safety card. So I wouldn't be too mad if Bailu ended up on my team. In fact, I feel like some people have been saying that it's impossible to clear some of the floors without Bailu just because the team without the healer, they just can't sustain long enough to kill the enemy beforehand. So yeah. I guess while that's out of the way, I think that covers pretty much everything I wanted to do except the wishes. Now, like I said, this is probably the last day I'll be able to stream Star Rail before the beta closes. So I do want to see if I can get the 5-star off this. So currently I have 66, 71. So soft pity seems to be like 75 to 80. So I'm just gonna single pull into it and just see if I can. I honestly could probably just 10 roll and be safe, to be honest, but let me just do that actually. Let's hope I have enough after doing. Okay, so 72. 800, just enough. Alright. Let's hope it's here. Let's hope I can actually tell, because I said last time when I put Yanqing that I actually was able to visibly see when I got the 5-star, so let's see if I can get now. Oh yeah, I got the 5-star. Okay, yeah, the music's different, but I managed to see the aberration effect on the ticket. So let's see what the 5-star is. Kind of a shame that I got the 5-star on the very last day I'm playing. To be honest, if I stopped rolling on the limited banner and invested the rest onto the standard banner, I probably could have gotten this 5-star sooner, but oh well. I believe that was my 4, so I'm in 76 now. 77, 78. Of course I get welts on the final day, man. That is sad. That is unfortunate. I just hope my luck is this good on the actual game, cause man, I would be happy to get Welt. Wow, where's my man Welt? I might as well feed him something. Do I have? I guess I have Sampos, right? Sampo and Pella. For every debuff the enemy target has, this effect applies dots. Effect hit rate. Oh yeah, I take Sampos. The hell. I don't even know if I can ascend him that much, but screw it. Might as well just feed. Okay, it seems like you can get your characters fairly far without needing to get the boss mats up until now. Oh, and also, yeah, be careful of your credits. You definitely need some credits. You're gonna suffer from not having much. Or break effect. We'll probably just give him good old howdy stuff. That's HP. Pretty sure he scales off attack, right? What does Welt scale off of? Yeah, he scales off his attack. Okay. Well, all those imaginary relics I'm gonna pick up are gonna come into handy now, surely. Ooh, effect hit rate. Wait a minute. Attack. Crit rate. Oh yeah, these boots are mega juicy. Alright, where are my imaginary? We got one there. Do I have more? I swear I probably had another one somewhere. Maybe not. Alright, and then... Alright, well... My Welt is not exactly the most geared up, but hey, he looks cool. I'll put him on my profile. At least I'm not gonna put him as a recruit thing because he's level 40, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the people that are still playing now are like way beyond me. I know there's someone that's already has level 70 characters because they burned all their thingies on. They spent all their currency to get to Trailblaze level 46, but they don't have the characters. So yeah, oh well, I had fun with that. Let's hope we can see Welt again on in my roster on the official release of the game. So I think that's everything I really want to showcase for Star Rail. So yeah, it was a really fun experience. I look forward to the real release of the game. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that. So yeah, now let me just, I guess, switch over to Genshin.